So this video is going to be about why I booked the Date with Destiny seminar with Tony Robbins coming up in December. I did book my flights and the ticket already, going from Berlin all the way to Florida. I've known Tony Robbins for quite some time, maybe 10 years or more, and I've profited a lot from him. And I still managed to get into a situation where I feel like I need to make this investment in order to find myself, in order to get back on purpose. I've built a business generating $500,000 a year, and I did it mostly with push motivation. So I never really felt inspired to grow the business. It was more like about me, about the vacations I was going to take with my family, the car I was going to buy. And while I did try to make it more about the team and our clients, and I'm still working on that, most of the time I felt pressured and I felt the need to push in order to get to the next level. And so that felt like a grind. I didn't have the impression that I was really living on purpose, because I now reread the book The Way of the Superior Man by Deida. And I've actually read that book more than 10 years ago already, because it's a fantastic book about how it's important for someone with a masculine core. I think one of the main reasons I got into the situation of being separated from my wife and in part from my kids is because I didn't really listen to my inner voice, and I didn't have the courage to, just do what I think is right, because I always thought, okay, it's got to pay the bills. It's got to be something that works right from the start, something that I know works, and not something, creating something because I have some dream about something that could be different. So I was always very real in terms of doing something that brings in the money. And so I did that with the agency. But I've come to a point where I just couldn't do it any longer, I guess. I pushed past my boundaries like a lot of times, and it didn't feel very fulfilling in the end. For example, last year I was investing more than 50,000 euros in business coaching and Facebook ads. And while that worked, it created a massive amount of pressure for me to perform as a salesperson. And that's okay if you really love that. But if you come home feeling depleted doing that kind of work, like it happened to me, then it might not be the thing you're meant to do on this planet. So I'm in separation right now. And while I thought this would bring massive pain, but actually that didn't happen. Instead, both my wife and I have felt quite a bit of liberation and freedom. She called me the third kid at home. Recently I had to laugh about it because it's probably true. I came back home with my bad moods from work. I'm living in the office right now. I'm searching for an apartment. I might be in one soon. And it's uncomfortable, but I appreciate this new situation because it's a chance for me to really change something. When I was stuck with my family and the business, that's at least how it felt for the past 6 years, I didn't see a way out. And I only see it now with the distance that I'm away from everything. I see a real chance of me making some positive, drastic changes. So if you're watching this and you're not entirely sure if what you're doing at your job or in your business is what you're meant to do on this planet, then stick with me, stay with me. I will be recording more videos like this one leading up to the event in Palm Springs in Florida. And I'll be sharing what I'm changing, my thoughts, what I've been reading. Maybe you could find the courage to change something while you still can. One thing I can also recommend to you is reading the book Deida, The Way of the Superior Man. Basically, he says if you're not living on purpose as a man, your wife or partner will feel it, and she will not trust you anymore. She will lose trust in you because she will feel deep down that you're doing something just for the money, just for the vacations, just for the daily grind. And if your life is just about daily grind, buying nice things, living in a nice apartment like I did in the last 6 years, it's only going to take you so far. I managed to generate $500,000 in revenue per year, but I'm not saying that because I'm proud of it, because it brought me to this situation anyway, like separation. It's also painful because it's new and going towards the unknown. I don't know how my relationship recover or not. It's 50-50. Maybe it's even less than that. Because there's two people who need to decide on that one. But I know it doesn't really matter if I come together with my wife. But what's more important is that I do something that fulfills me and that I'm really on purpose. And so what I'm doing is changing some things and doing some changes, implementing some changes in my business. And I'm going to be recording videos like this one too, leading up to the event of Date with Destiny. And I invite you to follow along and to get some background information. If you want, you can also sign up to my email list. I'm planning to send out maybe one email per week where I share some things that don't make it into YouTube, some personal things maybe. And yes, so Date with Destiny, I really hope it will help me make a major transition concerning my life purpose, and I'm really happy to be sharing that with you. And so I'll be recording videos from the event itself. I thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to connect with you. If you have a comment or something that stood out for you in this video, feel free to leave a comment. I'm really looking forward to reading from you.